obviously really pleased with our defensive effort. We've been talking to our guys for quite some time about, like, we got to go out and win some ugly basketball games. And when our offense is looking very good, we struggle offensively. We make some bad decisions. We got a young team. But I thought our guys tried to pass the basketball around and didn't get selfish with it and didn't try to take some things upon their own interest when things got bad for us offensively. But obviously, like, the defensive effort was tremendous. For us to play that hard, guarding the basketball, ball pressure, when you're playing a team that sets a lot of ball screens, you tend to foul on the ball screen action. For them to shoot, I think they shot 9 free throws throughout the whole course of the game. Really pleased with that. We had been on Colin about, going out and contributing rather than just on offensive things. You got to become a better defensive rebounder. You got to, excuse me, you got to become better guarding the basketball. And I thought he gave us a huge lift, with the 10 rebounds. And then Wendell Lewis continues to get better and play. He got some easy opportunities at the rim, but he finished those easy opportunities. In the past he might have missed some of those. So I'm just happy with the overall effort. I know it's not pretty offensively, but we're going to grind out and win some ugly basketball games, and that's what we need to do.
You guys are talking about just jumping to the basketball, and you saw that tonight in defense. You blocks on on the perimeter. I'm sure you're probably going to be a little bit happier when you look at that film here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I tell you what, like, our guys were really good in our walkthrough last night. They were jumping to the basketball, they were talking, they were showing hands on closeouts, and it made me so nervous last night that I stayed up till about 4 o'clock in the morning because I thought, like, something's wrong here, something's not going to be right. And I said, they're plotting against me. And then so I thought, like, if we had such a good walkthrough that previous night that we were going to have a bad shoot around or a bad game tonight. So we had the shoot around, and the shoot around was even better than the walkthrough last night. And I said, well, hell, we're going to have a bad game then. But it turned out not to be that way. So, like, I was really pleased, with that.
Rick, can you talk about the maturity of your guys when they're not seeing results in the offensive end, but they seem like they kept the intensity on the other end defensively, and just how hard that is?
We've been preaching that. We've been talking about it, as far as, like, showing patience on the offensive end and let our defense be our calling card. And sometimes that's hard for young guys. It's hard for anybody, when you're not experiencing success on the offensive end, to go back on the defensive end and guard, rebound, and guard and rebound, and you come down the offensive end, you don't experience success again, go down to the other end and guard and rebound. And so to keep that mentality and that grind, we had talked about it, till we're blue in the face to our guys, and they went out and they did it today, and I think it was good for our team.
Wendell had 20 points tonight, and it was fairly effortless. I mean, do you sometimes want to just grab him by the ears and, like, shake? You could do this just about every night if you wanted to. I mean, do you think you're getting closer to pulling that out of him?
Well, I don't know. Like, there remains to be seen. Wendell's a kid that hasn't scored a lot of basketball. Scored a lot of points in his career, and it's not the easiest transition to come from, like, being a guy who's a role guy who doesn't score a lot of points to now being the focal point of the offensive end as far as, like, the post guys. So it's not an easy transition. Wendell is not fighting us on it. It's just hard for him. Like, now all of a sudden you're the guy, that we're going to go to. And he's getting the basketball sometimes in the post, and he's uncomfortable because the guys are either double teaming or they're coming down and digging. Before, he never got the ball in those opportunities, so it's new to him. So he continues to grow and get better, and it's our job as coaches to make him feel good about, like, getting the ball in the post. And so if he doesn't feel comfortable as far as, like, getting the ball in the post and scoring, that means we're not doing a good job in practice and individual workouts and making him feel good about it.
Did you feel like offensively the ball just wasn't going in the hole? Because it looked like your guys were really rotating the basketball and really doing a decent effort of understanding that we need to kind of work the shot clock and make sure we get a shot maybe with 10 seconds left instead of 25.
Yeah, I really did believe that. The big thing is, like, I thought we got some opportunities at the rim that we didn't finish, And that's the thing you want to do is, like, our guys are playing hard, doing things the right way, and you finally get an opportunity at the rim for a layup and you don't have success and finish. Jump shots are jump shots. Sometimes they're going to go in, sometimes they're not. But I didn't think for the most part we didn't take contested bad jump shots. But we got some opportunities at the rim and we just didn't finish some of those. So, and the good thing about it is guys didn't drop their head and now not play defense. They kept playing defense and kept looking for opportunities, but doing it the right way on the offensive end.
you guys talked a lot about how when they look at game film, it's all defense. Maybe a thing or two mentioned about offense. Do you see a point where you get to a point where you go, okay, I feel good about the defense, let's focus a little bit more on that offense?
No, that's never going to happen. You know, I think they're skewing it a little bit. I show them a lot of their bad shots and missed opportunities. I think they fail to see those things or talk about them. So a film session is usually mostly defensive, and then opportunities they miss as far as like taking a bad shot or not in the chance of seeing an open guy. So those are the things we kind of focus on.
Saw more full court stuff tonight, Rick. Just kind of talk about how that came about and how comfortable maybe you feel doing that in the future with your guys.
Well, we did it twice.
Right.
We picked up full court.
Two more times
twice.
than we've seen it before.
We did it against Providence
Right.
at the end of the game. There was more out of necessity than
Okay.
anything. But like their starting point guard was out, and so it's a fine line of pressing.
Right.
You know, like when you press, it's kind of all or nothing. You're going to get something positive out of it. On the back end of it, you're going to give up an uncontested three or a layup. So I'm more of a conservative guy. I like to make sure we grind it out and make people like work the shot clock and take a bad shot. And sometimes, like when you get into a pressing situation, like it's a trap. So that means there's two guys on one, and that means on the other end you're playing 4-on-3. You know, so like you better make sure you're good with it. And so I want to do it some, but I also don't want to take away the flow from our defense. But if you got a team that kind of turns the basketball over, or in UTSA situation where their point guard was out, then we could probably gamble a little bit and see if we could have any success out of it.